Hello, and welcome to episode 10. Can you believe I've done 10 of these? Of D Nice Knits. My name is Denise, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as DNice515. I'd like to thank returning viewers, and if you found me through Instagram or through another podcast, welcome. I hope you stick around. I talk really fast. I'm sorry, so I'm gonna try to slow down, but I get really excited and then I just talk fast. So today I have FOs, works in progress, and my future knitting. So first, I'll start where I always start, is socks. I always have a pair of socks on the needles because it's good, like, take with me projects, or if I'm at a meeting at work, or if I'm waiting in line or waiting for my daughter at the bus stop, like, I'll knit on socks because it's small and I can take it with me. So my first projects that I finished is these very bright, well, I think this part right here is really bright. So this is monster socks that I made. So this is Helical Knitting. So I think I used I think it's like 10 different skeins, mini skeins of yarn. 10, 6, 8, I don't know, 8 mini skeins of yarn. And I did helical knitting. So like I started with orange and a multicolored, and then I went to a striped, and then I went to like a solid color, like this pink is a solid color, and then another striped, and then another solid color, like this green here is a solid and a multicolored, and then I ended it. And I did it in tandem, and at first I had like the two balls of the two different colors, and I was splitting the balls through two socks. So there was a lot of yarn management, so I just decided to weigh each ball and separate them and work each sock in tandem. So I would do the toe of this one, and then last time I showed, I was here, I had just done the toe on each sock. I just started. And then I have my stitch markers, like I always have my light bulb stitch markers that count 65 rows, and then I do a fish lips kiss heel, and then I do, I think this one I did 50 rounds, or it was like 48, because I ran out on this one before I ran out of this yarn. So there's like 48 rounds, and then I did a black, and it's 12 ribbing, 12 rounds of ribbing, and Judy's Jenny's stretchy bind off and Judy's magic cast on. I always get those confused. And then I always have stitch markers saying where I was last time I podcast, or just as pretty decoration. That's it. These fit me and I like them. I think I like this one better because they are a little different. And this is for the Monster Sock Cowl. Yes, the Monster Sock Cowl on Instagram, and it's like you use all your mini skeins, and it's so ugly that it's pretty, but I like this one. This is not bad. I really, right there bothers me, but it's fine. And then I have some charity blankets that I finished, and I sewn in the ends except for one, my last one that I just finished. So this one I had, like, so dumb, I only had like a little bit left. So I wove in the ends. So this one is Germany yarn again that my mother's friend gave me, and it's, I would say maybe like a crib yarn. I mean, a crib size, or not a crib size, a car seat size blanket. It's not very big. So I hope it's big enough to give. I just ran out of this. I like mine to match. So I just ran out of this color. If I had more of this color, it would have been good, but I don't. And then this one is just like a whole bunch of scraps that I had. So this one, and this one, I just had to weave in the ends on this one. This one I finished a long time ago. I just had to weave in the ends. And the reason why I wove in ends on my blankets is because I'm doing a secret project for my daughter. And it's crochet. And like I said before, when I crochet, I tension too hard on these two fingers, and it hurts after a while. And I probably should take more breaks when I crochet and knit, but I don't. And hers is like, it's a charted pattern, and I can read charts, but sometimes I get a little confused. So I was reading the chart and writing out, like, line by line the pattern, and I got to like row 100, and my hand here started hurting, because like, when have I written that much in years? Like, since high school, maybe college, maybe have I written like a full page of anything? So then this finger started hurting. So I didn't knit for an entire day and a half, And thank God it wasn't when I was working, because if I was working, I probably would have went stir crazy because I can't sit still at work. So I cleaned and I watched TV, and I fell asleep watching TV, which I haven't done in years because I'm always knitting when I sit down. So I had all of these blankets that I'm like, I'm gonna sew in the ends because at least then I'm still touching yarn, but I couldn't knit and I couldn't crochet because both hands were like aching. So I need to take more breaks when I crochet. So on her blanket, oh, I said blanket. On my surprise, I hope she doesn't watch this. On the surprise present for her, I do like a row, maybe two, like a half an hour worth of work, and then I put it down and then I work on something else. And then I finished this blanket, which I've shown before. This, I didn't sew in the ends yet, which I will. Or I sewed them in, but I don't think I cut them off. Yeah, I think that's what I did. I haven't cut them off. So this one is a pretty good size. As you can see, I'm gonna fold it in half because it's kind of crazy. It's kind of big. And then I'm trying to find where I was last time. Sorry, I was here. So, you know, these are all granny square blankets. So you just do triple crochet and you do the square and you go to, so it's from the center out. So as you go, as it gets bigger, your rounds get bigger. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 rounds, which doesn't look like a lot, but I felt like it was a lot of work and I didn't feel like it would ever end. And then I was almost done and my yarn ended here, right here, and then this is the end of the round. And those are that's where I haven't woven the ends, is I just used some random white that I had. It's a little thicker, but it's like 1, 2, 3, who cares? And it's for charity, right? So hopefully a kid won't notice that I only had 3 things left. So next I have my blankets that I'm my socks that I'm working on right now. So I have this is my Helical Knitting, yes. And I started the toe of the other one, but I don't know where it is. I think it's still in my purse and I didn't take it out, but it's just the toe. So last time I showed you this sock, I was right here. And this has 3 balls of yarn, which goes round and round. And before I couldn't show you, but so what you do is you knit around, where's my working yarn? So you knit around 20 stitches and then you go over the start of the round and then you pick up where this is and then you do 20 stitches. Then you pick this and then you go around and around and around. So that's how I have this going. The only problem is when I got to the heel, I had like a yarn right in the middle of the heel because I guess I didn't plan it out well. I don't know. So I moved that yarn back. I'm gonna flip this inside. I will move that yarn back to here where the Fish Lips Kiss heel starts. So I moved it back to here. And then when I came back to start the leg of the sock, I think I did like I floated it over and I caught it in there because I have watched enough podcasts that I think I know how to do a float and how to catch the float, I think. So but it looks good on this side and the yarn is where I needed it to be. So that's all that matters. And then I stopped doing this one because I have this, I don't know how, like I weighed again. So these started all of them as 10 gram minis, but as you can see, these two are less than this one. So I was like, let me start the other one and make sure that they're, ooh, I lost stitches, and make sure that they're even, you know, because this is going to be a good size leg. I think maybe like 50 rounds or 60 rounds. So I just wanted to make sure that they were even. And I think I showed you this is where it was last time I showed it. So this is my purse knitting, my work knitting, just boring knitting. Just to pass the time. And then, I never show my bags that I use because they're usually bags from my friend Sarah. So this is the one I use the most, I believe. This one and another one, which is in my purse, are the ones that I use the most. And I like them, and I love the zipper, and I like the handle. Sarah does such a good job. I think I have 3 other ones. I have a lot from Sarah. So I like them a lot, and they hold everything I need. You know, I have chapstick and all my little odds and ends. And then I have another charity blanket that I started because at the groups that I go to at the library, it's in my public library, they're older ladies, and most of them, except for one, they all crochet. So they were like, oh, I don't know what to do with this yarn because you can't crochet this yarn, it's too thick. But I think you can crochet this yarn, but I was like, I'll take it, I'll knit it. So this is a Bernat blanket yarn and they gave me 2 balls of it, and I split this one in half. So I'm gonna do like blue and then red and then blue, and then this is what I started. And I just looked it up on Ravelry, and I just did like a simple pattern for baby blankets. But the pattern was like, do 2 rows of one color, 2 rows of another color, and I don't want to sew in that many ends, so because I don't like sewing in ends. So I am doing, I think it's 58 stitches on a 13, because it said 11, but the 11 was too tight. I guess I knit too tight. And that's it really. And then on the ends, I slip 3 with the yarn in front. So at the end, it'll have like a nice I-cord edge. You can't really see it now because I'm only like 5 rows in or 6 rows in. So that's that one. And then I bought something off of, I know a lot of people, I know people have heard of eBay, but there's apps now called like Wish and Aliexpress and Zulily.com. And I went on Aliexpress, and when you like things on Instagram, because everybody's watching you, they suggest things for you to buy. And of course, they suggested my little light bulb stitch markers that I like. So I got a pack of these for 58 cents. And I have seen on like some Etsy shops and other people at stores, they sell like 12 for $1.20, 12 for $2. And I got, it says it's 100. But I think it's more than 100. 100 for 58 cents. And of course, you couldn't pick the, I think if you want to pick the color, it was more. It was like $1 or something if you wanted to pick colors. But I don't care what colors I get. And I mainly have a lot of black, because I bought off of eBay before like 100 black ones. So I bought 3 packs for 58 cents. So I have 3 packs of them, and I'm excited because they're all different colors, and I like to match the colors with the project I'm working on. And then I also got, because I don't know, these disappear. I don't know where they go, but I got tapestry needles. I even like what it came in, but I am gonna put it in my Crinkles tapestry needle holder because that's pretty. Prettier than plastic. But I got 9 tapestry needles, which I was excited about, and one of them is like really big for the bulky yarn, and then a smaller one. So I'm really excited about that because I have one. I don't know where all my other tapestry needles went. And then I have future projects. So this is my tale of woe. So I made this shawl, I think it was last February, because I did it during Ravelenics. So this shawl is called the Pearl, it's really red, oh God. So this is the Purlbreak by Stephen West, yes. And I like it, it's pretty. But I don't know how to wear it. Like it gets super tangled, it's a really odd shape. It's not a crescent shape, it's like a circle. So when I wear it, it feels almost like a bib. I don't know, can I tilt you maybe? I'm gonna mess this up, I know it. It feels almost like a bib when I wear it. See, like, oh God, I don't know. I'm messing this up. I'm sorry if I'm giving you like, sorry if I'm giving you, I'm sorry about that. So it feels like a bib when I wear it. So all of my knitted items are away because I put my winter clothes away for the summer. And this was out because I didn't sew the ends. Again, I didn't sew in the ends. So this is out. You know, when I was organizing my yarn, it was in a project bag. And I love the colors. This obviously is something but I don't know if I like the red with the variegated, and then there's another variegated in here that's kind of almost the same colors. So it's like 300 grams of yarn. So I wore it to work. I guess the first like cool day, it was like 56 degrees, and I'm like, oh, it'll be like a blanket. And I wore it to work, and it got stuck on the zipper of my jacket. And then it started running. Like, so I pulled a stitch out of the, no, I think it's like 3 stitches, 3 rows down, I pulled a stitch. I got stuck on my zipper, and then it started unraveling because I still wore it, you know. So I just put one of those light bulb stitch markers on my unraveled stitches, and I was like, you know what, I could just pull it back and then recast it off. And then I was showing my husband, I'm like, but I don't know how to wear this thing. It looks so weird. And he was like, would you like lobster? I'm like, oh my God, it is such a bib. So I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to take it apart because it was like a month's worth of work, and it's so pretty. Like, I love this detail here. So maybe someone can recommend a shawl that has this detail. And you can see the other yarn right here is a little darker. So I really like it, but I don't know how to wear it. And maybe it just does not look good on me at all. I don't know. It's such a bib. So, oh, and it just got stuck in my earring. So see? Hi. So I had to edit out like a minute of me trying to fix the stitch that got stuck to my earring. So I think this scarf is doomed. Like, shawl is doomed. Like, I don't know what to do with it. It's gonna sit in a project bag again and think about itself. And I heard the stitch pop and I was just like, oh no. So that's a fail. Future knitting, I don't know if I'm gonna rip it out and just bind it off again, or I don't know what to do. Thankfully, my earring didn't just pop a stitch. And it's like, it's not single ply yarn, it's plied yarn, because I think single plied yarn sometimes is easier to break, I think. I don't know. And then, so then I also want to make a shawl, no, a cowl or a scarf maybe out of this yarn. This yarn I got at a yarn shop that it would be my local yarn shop, but when I moved here, it was closing. So I went there and got like sale yarn when they were closing, and he wasn't very nice. So I don't care. That's mean. Oh, whatever. So this is from that yarn shop. Ooh, let me not put the name out. So I got this for $1, and it's worsted weight, and it's all my colors that I gravitate to, obviously, because do you see a color theme going on there? But I want to make a cowl, I think, and I have, how many yards do I have? 220 yards. So I don't know how much that's gonna make, but it's really pretty. So I'm gonna look for patterns to make a cowl, I think, out of this. And then my grandmother-in-law asked for a shawl, so I'm gonna give her a black shawl because I don't think she has a black one. I gave her like a blue and white one. It was a faded blue and white. And then I'm obviously not gonna use this big pound of stitches to make it, but I'm gonna make it pretty big. And she likes shawls that have like 3 lines of increases, so it goes over her shoulders easier, almost like a grandma shawl. And then my daughter saw me knitting on these neon socks, which I really liked, you know. So she was like, oh, I love those, Mom, can I have a pair? And I was like, well, I'm making these out of scraps, so I really can't make you a pair. But she asked for a pair of socks, so I was so excited. And we were at my knitting group, and I just looked at my knitting group like, yay. And I was like, when we get home, I'll go through my sock yarn, and you could pick yarn, and we'll make you socks. So excited. But last time I made her a pair of socks, I made her tube socks, and I think I'm going to continue to do that because she's going to grow, and I don't want her to grow out of the socks that quickly. I guess, yeah, I don't want to put heels in them. I think I'll just do tube socks. So this is the yarn she picked out. She said she wanted it rainbowy, and it's kind of rainbow. There's no green, but she said it was okay. And there's a picture of what it's supposed to look like, and she was okay with that. And then I had, you know, when you pull out the inside, I had like yarn vomit. And because, of course, as soon as I pulled out the yarn, she wanted to play with the yarn. So I cut some of it off and gave her some yarn to play with and decorate her room with or whatever. So this is the yarn vomit. So I have some things to start, some things to finish. I need to finish these monster socks by the end of September. And I think I need to slow my roll on making socks for myself because I have run out of storage space for my socks. I have a ornament organizer that I put my socks in, but they don't make that anymore. I wish I had bought 2 at the time, but I didn't think I would make as many socks as I've been making. So I think I'm gonna stop making socks for myself after these blue ones. I'm gonna make socks for my grandmother-in-law for Christmas. I think I already have a pair, but she could use another pair. And then I'll make Christmas socks. And then I think I'm gonna slow down on making socks for myself. I think that's it. So just in case, everything is linked down below, like everything I talked about, Aliexpress, the Purlbreak, all the patterns that I talk about, I usually post them down below in the description bar. And so that's there. I don't think I've mentioned that before, so I do that. I don't have like project notes on a website or on Ravelry or anything, but I do link. And if you have any questions, you can always comment, because I write back. There's only like 50 of you watching regularly, which 50 people watch this regularly. It's crazy. Blows my mind. So that's all. Sorry, tangent. So that's all. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.